It's Maria's Mutts and Stuff
What a great idea!
on iHeartRadio.
Welcome to Maria's Mutts and Stuff. And with me today, well, it's a returning guest, and now he's my friend, and I'm so happy to have Brian Reingout from Operation Canine Beethoven returning. He is the vice president and co-founder of this amazing organization, helping veterans one paw at a time. Brian, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. I think this is the fourth or fifth time, Maria, right?
I believe so.
Sure.
Yes, I believe it's the
I think
fourth
it's the
time,
fourth.
which is pretty
Yes,
good.
it is.
Which is good. It's
Absolutely.
good. No.
Love coming on your show.
Well, good. And I love talking to you and getting the word out about Operation Canine Beethoven. So let's just, for someone who said, well, this is the first time I'm hearing about this organization, tell my listeners about what Operation Canine Beethoven is all about.
So Operation Canine Beethoven was founded with a dual mission to enhance the lives of our veterans and active duty military personnel who suffer from PTSD, depression, and anxiety. And our organization, we rescue dogs, we work with shelters, we work with other rescues throughout the state of New Jersey. And it's also about, to continue to our commitment to giving veterans and active duty military rescue dogs the opportunity for a better life.
Right. And this comes at no cost to the veterans, correct?
Yeah, we're a non-for-profit in the state of New Jersey. So all the money that is raised goes right back to our program. And, it can become very costly.
Sure.
It's the breakdown of costs is, about $10,000 per dog, but in certain cases that cost may exceed that. And it's all about the adoption fees, depending on the shelter or rescue and organization that we work with.
Sure.
Veterinarian fees, they go through a very thorough veterinarian evaluation. And costs can depend on the dog's health, age, and medical history. But
Sure.
the biggest cost that we have is our training. I mean, the training is really important. That represents our largest expense, like I said, Maria. And each dog is carefully selected based on temperament, trainability, for the service work that they're going to perform with their forever veteran or active member of the military. And it's, all that training, they do that together. So, once we have an applicant who comes in and they fill out all the paperwork and we have our phone interview, we have our house inspection, or condo inspection, then we, have our great trainer from Behavior Plus Dog Training, the owner, Frank, which he's located both in River Edge and Caldwell, New Jersey. And that dog will go and be with their human being, and they'll get to know each other. The dog will decompress a little bit, and then they will call Frank, and then Frank and the dog and our veteran or active member of the military will get on a schedule together, and they will train. And training never stops.
Right.
It never stops. Training is always great to have. So after they've completed their training, their course, and this, that, and the other thing, training does never stop. So they have to also want to do the homework as well.
Right. And I would say then, or assume that the life of the veteran with the dog, do they go back for like not a refresher course, but just like to check in with the trainer, I guess, from time to time, or?
Yeah, I mean, we're open to that. Of course, we want, the dog to always be fresh.
Sure.
If the veteran or the active member of the military are not sure about something or they have a question, they can either reach out to myself, RP, or Maureen, or they can actually reach out directly to Frank, the owner of Behavioral Plus Dog Training.
No, that makes sense. And from start to finish, what's the amount of time, or does it depend on the veteran and the dog? Is there like an average amount of time that it takes from when someone applies and then a dog is found, trained, and then can go home?
Well, we don't have a waiting list right now. So, if, your listeners, if they know someone or it's themselves that are looking for some help, we at Operation Canine Beethoven want to let them know that we're there for them.
Right.
So really time frame, it all depends on scheduling with, the facility, Frank and his dog trainers. It all depends on what, the person's schedule is. So it can take as long as it possibly needs to take.
Right. And so do you feel that there are people who would probably benefit from having a service dog, but they don't know how to get started, or they don't think they deserve it? I mean, is there I don't know. Maybe there's not an answer to that. I'm just saying, do you feel, because you know it, you see it every day. Are there people who feel like, oh, well, my PTSD isn't so bad, or, I know someone who lost their leg, so they don't want to come forward and say, I need a dog. I mean, do you see that sometimes?
Yeah, our American heroes that are active members of the military, they're always helping others, and they're never really wanting to help themselves. And
yes.
And what I can tell you is that if you speak to any of our participants or applicants and those who have gone through our program, they will tell you that it was the best decision they ever made.
Yes.
We've had 26 dogs to 26 veterans. That's what we've given so far to date. And
amazing.
to name a few, we had a guy in Tom's River, and he is loving his dog Clementine.
Aww.
His name is Tony. And Tony, talks to Maureen all the time about how much this has changed his life.
Sure.
Prior to having Clementine, he wouldn't go to Walmart. He wouldn't go to Home Depot.
Yep.
Now he takes that dog everywhere. It has expanded his life.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
The fullest now.
Yes.
Because let's be honest. We all know that dogs help.
Yes.
They help you get active. They rebuild trust.
Correct.
And they help you transition to civilian life. So,
yes.
And that's what Tony has said, that this dog has meant nothing but the world to me since I've had it. And, we have a lot of success stories.
Yeah.
And so, let us help you for all the things you've done for us and for our great country. Let us be able to help you. And once again, there's no out-of-pocket expenses coming out of your pocket. I mean, all the money that we raise go right back to our program. We're, a non-for-profit, and so 501c3 in the state of New Jersey. So let us help you. I mean, that's really what I can honestly say to someone if they weren't sure, if they want to take that step.
Sure.
I can lead them into the right direction, but it's them at the end of the day wanting to say, you know what, let me try it out. Let me see how it goes. And it always goes well. It always goes well.
Yeah. I mean, and having that dog, I mean, from any veteran I've ever spoken to, having that dog gives them their life back, the life that they had.
Yeah.
That discontinued after they served, and, rather than be on medications or whatever, but having that dog, like you said, you can go to Walmart and it's okay, or you can just do all the things. You can go to like a sporting event with your kids, which maybe you were hesitant to do that. But now with the dog, right, it just like opens the door again.
It opens the door again to get active, to get out and about. And, it's not, like I said, I keep stressing the fact that, a lot of the times maybe a veteran will think, oh, I don't have enough money. But no, we take care of it all.
Right.
Besides taking care of the veterinarian care and the dog training and, additional fees and what have you, we also give you a welcoming home kit for veterans, and for our active members of the military. We supply them with bowls, toys, treats, beds, kennels. And guess what? We all fall down on the hard times. If you need that extra bag of food or something, give us a call. We will ship it to you. We'll bring it to your front door. Because at Operation Canine Beethoven, we want to be a part of your family as long as you want to be a part of our family.
Of course. And honestly, it's win-win obviously for the veteran, but you're one of the few organizations that it's also win-win for the dog, because you take from shelters. And, dogs that are waiting to be adopted, you guys go out and find them and give them a life as well. So it's, and I've told you that in the past, I'm in love with your organization because of that, because I think it's just win-win on both sides for the animal. And of course, you rescued an animal and you helped the life of a veteran. So you can't beat that. It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's saving two lives, And,
yes.
And like I said, with the people that we've given dogs to, their life has completely changed for the good.
For the good, right, for the better.
It's what it's all about,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I was going to say, if someone who's listening right now and they know of someone who would really benefit from having a service animal, or even for yourself, I mean, if you go to OperationCanineBeethoven.com, and I mean, I'm on your website all the time, and there a little thing pops up and says, like if you're hesitant, and where do I go? What do I do? It comes up and says, how can I help you? So you can start typing that way. And it's very easy. You can fill out a form online. Maybe, if you know someone, you can convince them, let me fill it out with you. Bring up the website with your friend who you think would benefit from having a service animal. It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's word of mouth. It's getting the word out. And like I always say to you, Maria, thank you so much for having me on your show. It's always been a pleasure to be with you because, you help us get the word out.
Yes.
And, we can do so much locally on Facebook and this and that. But, as your listeners are listening, like you said, maybe they'll know someone or even for themselves where they probably have thought about it,
right,
but they just didn't know the steps to take.
Exactly.
And,
like how to do it.
We will work with them. We
Yeah.
will work with them. We will, be on the phone with them if any questions they have. We are there. We are there for our American heroes and our active members of the military.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's almost like they don't have to worry because figuratively you're holding their hand, through the whole process. They don't have to do it alone. And that's a big, I think in any situation, many times, maybe it's human nature. You hesitate to do something because you're like, I don't know how to do that and I don't want to do it alone. But in this situation, you guys at Operation Canine Beethoven are there every step of the way and beyond. And like you said, like with Tony and Clementine, that's a perfect example how much his life has changed and how happy he is because now he has that service dog. So, yeah, like reach out. And I mean, hearing Brian, he's a regular guy. So not to be intimidated about reaching out to Operation Canine Beethoven because they can help you. They'll find you the dog that fits what maybe you want to be able to do small things like you don't want to go hiking. Well, I'm sure they'll find a dog with a temperament who wants to just hang out with you and help you as well.
Yes, and absolutely. I was just about to say that is that once we do the paperwork and the application and the phone interview, and then we try to get to know the person's daily
their
routine.
habits. Yeah, of course.
Their habits. Do they want to take the dog to work? Do they want a dog to be able to walk around the block? And that's when we bring Frank in, and Frank will from Behavioral Plus Dog Training, where he'll come in and he'll try to get an idea of how old the veteran is. Is it younger? Is it older?
Right.
We gave a dog away to an older couple. He's a veteran, and they wanted a dog that they would be able to maybe walk down the block, around the block, this, that, and the other thing.
Sure.
And they're saying that dog has changed the trajectory of their family life.
Nice.
Completely around. And I actually spoke with Miss Hastings a few days ago, and her husband Tom and her daughter Kathleen, they are over the moon with Rory. And we gave Rory out about 2 or 3 years ago with the help of the Bayonne Rotary Club. And they live in Bayonne, and you have no idea how much it has changed for me and my husband, but also for my daughter too. And so these dogs do multiple things. They change everybody's life that's in the household.
Right.
And I'm in contact with them quite a bit, and I speak to them, all the time. And so, going into that with, like I said about Clementine, it's just, if you listen to some of the stories or you go on our website at OperationCanineBeethoven.com, we have testimonials. You can see that. I know there's a few videos that are out there that we've made with other veterans, and we'll be making a video with a veteran actually tomorrow, Neil.
Yes, because we talked about Neil. Yes, we talked about Neil last time you were on, and Neil was named after your dad.
Yes, it was named after my dad. My partner Arpi Cortez. He's the founder and president, and he wanted to. In the memory of my father,
of course,
who was a three-time Purple Heart Marines, United States Marine, Vietnam, 68, 69, wanted to name a dog after my father and name it Neil. And so we, Scott has been training with Neil quite a bit now, working with Frank over at Behavioral Plus Dog Training, and they're doing wonderful things. We actually going to meet them tomorrow, and we're going to have a little discussion and just watch them train and see how training is going. But I know that talking to Scott, I've become, friends with him, and that how Neil has completely changed his life completely around.
That's amazing. And congratulations. I mean,
you.
because that was like in honor of your dad. So it's like double whammy, in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's a little, sentimental at times,
Of course.
But I'm very thankful to Arpy, and I know that my family especially is they ask me about Neil all the time. My aunts, my uncles, my
Aw.
cousins, my brother.
Sure.
They ask me all the time about Neil.
Right. Of course, because it's like it's an honor, and of course, I believe like your dad's watching down and watching the whole process. So, like I feel like for you, the dog Neil and Scott are like a part of your family now. Like an extension of your family. Yeah, for sure.
They are. I told Scott the reason behind the name, and he loved it, and he was honored that he was choosing to receive Neil.
Right.
Right.
I'm sure.
I mean, there's so many ways that your listeners can help. I say it all the time. We have merchandise. They can go on our website. They can donate money. But today, really, I wanted to focus on maybe listeners who are veterans or active members of the military, or there's people out there in Radio Land that may know somebody, and if they want to go to our website and apply at OperationK9Beethoven.com. If they have any questions, they can email us. We will be happy to assist them, and like you said, hold their hand, so to speak, throughout the whole process.
Right.
Because it takes a lot for someone to ask for help.
Correct. Yes, and I think that's
there's no judgmental here.
Correct.
We truly believe in HIPAA laws and what have you. So your information doesn't go nowhere, except for the inner circle of Operation K9 Beethoven.
Right. And then there's nothing to be embarrassed about or ashamed of. Like we are so grateful for veterans and people who have been in the military. So there's nothing to be ashamed of, because you might do better. Your life might be better because you have a service dog. So reach
Absolutely.
out, and on top of all the other things, I mean, I have to touch base on this because you did mention your merchandise, and that's another way to support Operation K9 Beethoven, because, I still very much always wear the sweatshirt that you sent me last year, your beautiful, the green sweatshirt, and people ask me about it all the time, and I tell them about the organization. So that's another way. If you are listening right now and you're always cold like I am, even in the summer, you should definitely get this sweatshirt, because not only is it's a great looking sweatshirt, it's warm and it's soft, and it's kind of like promotion in motion. Remember that, Brian? We talked about that.
Absolutely.
So
I will never forget that. I use it from time to time.
Good. I'm glad you do. So
I'm stealing your line.
See that? That's okay. It's okay, because I know I stole it from somebody else at some point. So somewhere down the road. So it's okay. It's like paying it forward. But the point is, if you buy the sweatshirt, right, and you're supporting Operation K9 Beethoven, and then you could be walking down the street, you could be walking your dog, and a veteran might see the sweatshirt and think, you know what, I'm going to reach out to them. So you never know. I mean, that's how life works, but you never know. And also, like I said, if you buy the sweatshirt, you'll be nice and toasty like I am. Thank you, Brian. But also you'll be helping out Operation K9 Beethoven by supporting them. You're donating, and you're also getting the word out. So
and we also have challenge coins now. That's one of our newest merchandise. The coins with our little logo, and on the back of it says Operation K9 Beethoven, helping veterans one boat at a time. And I never really thought, I didn't know, actually, I should say, that challenge coins was a big thing.
I don't even know what that is. Is that terrible? Tell me.
Yeah, it's like a coin. It's like an oversized, quarter, so to speak.
Okay.
And people are buying them, and they're loving them. And I guess people collect them. And they love them. Yeah, challenge coins is a big thing right now. And
wow.
And then so you can get a hat, you can get a hoodie, like you said, Maria. You can get a sweatshirt, a T-shirt. And it also, too, I mean, the other program that I know I've touched on with you before is our therapy dog program.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that.
So we have our great head of the therapy dog program, Duffy, he's deaf. And, there's a bunch of people who train their dogs, especially to be trained to bring comfort and support, enjoy the people in different settings. There aren't service dogs. who are trained to help one specific person with a disability, but instead they help lots of people by spreading calm and positivity and love. And, we go to, veterans homes, we go to nursing homes, we go to Boy Scout, Girl Scout troops. We bring them to schools, special needs schools, with, Duffy being deaf.
Right.
We go to deaf schools so that we can teach the students there that, not only, human beings can have a disability and live a beautiful, wonderful life, but also that animals can have a disability and bring love and totally, help people in their time of need, and I know they visit a lot of the places, and, that group is amazing because they work 5-6 days a week.
Sure.
They'll go at night, they'll go on the weekends, and the response from, hearing it from them, the residents at these nursing homes and then the kids and the schools that we visit, they absolutely love it. They look forward to it,
Sure,
and
of
so
course.
that's a whole different program. So, we're working with 2 programs, and it's just, it's a wonderful thing to be able to help that and to be also help, our veterans and our active members of the military one call at a time.
Right. Oh, exactly. And also, I mean, if somebody wants, say they would love Duffy to come to their school, or they can just also fill out to go to the website, correct? And fill it out that way.
Go to the website.
Like request.
They can send us there's a request, I believe, on the website, like for the therapy dogs to come and make an appearance, and like I said, the outpouring love that dogs give.
Amazing. It's
amazing.
It is.
It's an amazing feeling and amazing love. And, as I know you have pets, right? And so it's like you can just walk down the street to go to the store real quick and come back, and, that dog is all over you because
you were gone for a year.
You were gone for longer than you were.
Yeah. You left me a year ago, Brian. Where'd you go? Right.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
It's very true. So, and I also saw on the website as well that if somebody wants to help out, there's the service dog wish list. So you can click on that and it'll bring you to an Amazon wish list, which money then will go to Operation Canine Beethoven. You can sponsor a dog, and you can also do a full scholarship of a dog, which is pretty cool. There's lots of different ways for someone who's listening can help out. I mean, sponsoring a dog, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I mean that would be wonderful, and it's also too that by also helping is by sharing our content, sharing our Facebook page, sharing our post, liking and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and I think we're on TikTok, we're on a few other things. I think Twitter we're on. But by just sharing it and letting the word out there, because promotion is in motion, as you always say,
right.
Maria Milito.
That's and, it's true, and I do. I do borrow. I repost your stuff very often.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
yes,
no, but your stuff is great.
I see it.
Yeah, I know you do.
I see it.
No, it's true, because you always have, like, especially 4th of July with fireworks. Yes, dogs and veterans and some people who are sensitive to noises. Not everybody likes fireworks and firecrackers, and there's always a post on Operation K-9 that I'm like, I think I might borrow this. They won't mind. So,
especially the ones around Thanksgiving, like the foods that dogs should not eat. You know. And so, I mean, we try to the Facebook page is always rocking. It's always going. We try to post daily because you got to keep it going.
That's right.
You got to keep it moving. You're right. I mean, I'm sure there's been times that we were a little lazy at that, but you know what? It's for the most
I don't
part,
think so.
Maureen keeps it up really, really well.
No, she's amazing. No, she's definitely amazing. Tell her again that I said she was, because there's always a post that pops up, and it's always something that I'm like, okay, I can't repost them every day, but this is, it's cold out. If you're cold, so's your dog. Bring them inside. Like,
exactly.
Oh yes, you're right. Yes, always like
we
little.
We would also like to think.
Yeah.
We also would like to think that would be just common sense. That most
yes.
but,
yes. What is it? What was that old saying? Was it George Carlin, that the thing about common sense, is it not that common? Something like that. Someone told me that.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I think
something similar to that.
Yeah, something similar. But that's basically the gist of it. Is like common sense isn't very. Not everybody has it. So the other thing we should also let people know is that Operation Canine Beethoven also does. You have the Warriors Run coming up in June, and then your Tricky Tray fundraiser in October. So you also do events that they can see and support
this
through the
year
website.
We're moving it, So this year we're moving it up to October. The Warriors run, they've been one of our biggest supporters from the beginning, as well as the Bergen County Harley Davidson. And I know, and thank you so much when I send you a flyer, you post it. I really appreciate it. I know the staff and the owners over at Bergen County Harley Davidson, they love it because they've had customers come in and be like, I just heard you on the radio.
Oh, that's sweet. That's good. Well,
so we thank you for helping us promote the word and get the word out. And the Tricky Tray is coming. I mean, we've done very well. I believe it's going to be our third year doing it. It's always a sellout. And it's great time with great people. And we have a Tricky Tray. We have baskets. We have all big prizes, medium prizes, large prizes, super prizes. We always do a 50-50, and all that money rolls right back into our program, so that we can assure that we can take care of the dogs that we rescue, and we can take care of our veterans and active members of the military.
Absolutely. So not only are you going and you're having a good time, and you might even win a basket or something, but you're also helping out a great cause. So it's always, win-win. And I also know that you do, because I always love to talk about those, your bikini car washes that happen over the summer. That always makes me laugh, but I'm like, it's okay. It's going for a great cause, You got to get your car washed.
I think that was the one that someone heard, and then they were like, oh, I can't wait to go for that, I'm telling you, I know that, myself included and everybody and all the things that I send you, sometimes I feel bad because I send it to you and I'm like, oh, she's so busy.
No, never feel bad. Nope. I always tell people, no, never feel bad, because this is what I always say, it's, I have that platform, I have a microphone, and if I can help an organization, a nonprofit like Operation Canine Beethoven, I'm more than happy. Yes, I love to talk about music and what's going on outside and, things on the street that annoy me, but also this is the good I can bring, by using a microphone. So never feel bad about letting me know about what's coming up. Never.
Well, thank you. I mean, thank you for that. And also, thank you for all you do for. I watch your page. I see what you do for other organizations and rescues, and I see that you're out there, giving other people, the platform as well. So it's good to see that you're doing it for so many people, because without your platform and without your microphone, where are we going to go?
No, I know.
And it just took me that one simple little email to you years ago.
Oh my goodness, that's right.
We're here now.
See that?
Here now, and on my fourth time with you, and
there'll be many more. Yes.
Yes, I plan on it. I hope for it.
Absolutely.
I hope finally one day I get to meet you in person.
Oh, yes, that will happen.
So many times, 1,000 times.
Yes. No, that will happen, because we've talked about it enough times. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to surprise you with your Tricky Tray. And then one day I'm just going to surprise you and be like, hey, Brian, it's me. So that's... So
I know it will not. I know it will not be at the pig roast. I know that.
It probably won't be at a pig roast, because full disclosure, people know I don't eat meat, so I do admit that on the air. So me going to a pig roast, I've gone to them, but I'm like, I can't look at that. But that's just me.
I know.
But
I was just trying to make a joke.
No, but it's true. No, but it's fine. No, it's funny. It's fine. People make fun of me. It's fine. I'm used to it. It's okay.
It's who you are, and that's what makes you special.
Oh, look at you! You're such a diplomat, Brian. That's so nice. So, so for those who are listening, there are so many different ways you can support this amazing organization. Just please go to Operation K9, and it's K and the number 9, Beethoven.com. You can, like I said, you can sponsor a dog. You can just make a donation. If you know of a veteran who can use a service dog, offer to fill out the application with your friend. So, because, none of us, we don't like to do things by ourselves. We're humans. We're social animals. So, offer to fill out the application. And I know that your friend will get an amazing dog, and your friend's life will be amazing. So thanks to Brian and his whole crew at Operation Canine Beethoven. So, Brian, thank you again for doing all that you do. We will definitely talk again soon. And,
Absolutely.
Just keep doing it, because you're helping so many people, and you're really helping so many people get their lives back. And, I've told you this before. We need more people on this earth who are like you and your organization.
And ditto to you. We need more people like you on this earth.
Oh, well, thank you.
I thank you so much for having me. I look forward to talking to you soon.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you.
There's never been a greater operator in the swamp. See you later, alligator.